Happy White Elephant and Finest release day, everybody. Tommy and Chi-Town. I'm going to jump right in. I've made you wait long enough. Not so much for Finest, but for the White Elephant. And I'm sorry for that. Not a format we're going to do again. We are going to go with K113 first. We're going to start with our Mega. And we're going to go right to it. Ginar, what's up, man? So, Chi-Town. I know that you're in this one. I know you're in the White Elephant. Let's see, does Ginar doesn't have his Giants. All right. I'm just looking at the break sheet. Topps Finest. Here we go. Bobby Witt. So if it's like last year, Carson Bench. Commons are on the top, and as we go down, Chris Sale. Now, I must say, let's take a look at the design real quick. In the past, Finest has not been my favorite. It's third year in a row that I've liked the design. Nolan Arenado. So that is an uncommon on the Chris Sale. World's Finest from the WBC. Nolan Arenado. Oh, Gino's got the Angels. There it is. Arrivals, Bryce Eldridge. That was a cruel card to pull as we were talking about you, Ginar. Anyways, the design to me has drastically improved. The year they did the X, Salvi, I want to say, I don't feel like it was Mariner rookie year. Cam Schlittler, 2022, might have been 2023. I wasn't a fan, but it's gone uphill. Is that the right saying? It's gotten better since then. Kyle Teal, rare. 2, and Bobby Witt mini diamonds right behind it. Kyle Teal is rare. Not numbered, but it is the first of the 3 tiers. Teal is a White Sox now, I believe. Is that right? To Drew Morg. Kyle Teal looks like a baby. Very nice. And a Bobby Witt mini diamonds. This one's for Lochneff. Mr. Bobby Witt. Mini diamonds common. Chi-Town, just so Klopp doesn't get scared, he is allowed to keep any PCA cards from the Finest rip. The fan club will allow it. Woo! Eldridge indeed. Andrew Painter. Common. My only complaint about Finest is the timing. I wish it hadn't been. It's not several weeks, but I wish it wasn't so close to Chrome because I am planning a player break, a bunch of PYTs for Chrome, that is. Connor Griffin. Uncommon. Very nice. Getting used to the poses to determine which one is which. Griffin uncommon. So I didn't go too crazy on Finest. I think Card Swap has more Finest than me. So if you're into the Finest, mini diamonds, Francisco Lindor. Stick with him. What happened to Connor? Did something bad happen? Vladdy Jr. The Judge, common. Yamamoto, common. We have some color coming up. There is another Connor Griffin. This one out like 10 weeks. Did not know that. Common Connor Griffin. That's right, because we've already seen the uncommon. Alex Bregman. Oh, Arrivals on the insert. Carson Benj. Bregman is common. Carson Benji. Yes, I know that's not how you say it. On the Arrivals. I did miss that Connor Griffin news. Is that new or am I really living under a rock? Kyle Schwarber, not feeling it this year for Finest. I think it is the kind that you either kind of love or hate. My man, Harry Ford. Crawford. Wilson. Chase DeLauder. World's Finest Yamamoto. That is really nice for Team Japan. I believe that's his base, but that looks better than the others. Fair point. I don't think it's for everybody. I think the people who love it, and the people who don't. I've warmed up to it. But I understand. Wyatt Langford. Lindor. Jonathan. Josh Naylor. I need to talk to Trisket about Naylor. Bryce Harper to 250. PCA Mini Diamonds. The color threw me off. Bryce Harper to 250. I want to say magenta. 61 to 250. The limited amount of openings I saw today. Skeeta Street with a nice Harper. There's at least one piece of color coming out of a lot of megas, maybe all megas. I don't want to say all, but many. Basayo. Polar Bear. Tatis. Mr. George Springer on a refractor, and Mini Diamonds Bryce Harper. I'm not going to lie, I'm not used to the common, uncommon, rare, and then where you can still have parallels in those subsets. George Springer on the refractor. And Mini Diamonds to go with the magenta. Bryce Harper. He loaded the boxes. Ellie. Kegs. There is one for Loch Neff. Kegs has card number 1. Hunter Green. Oh boy, 2 in a row. Right behind Green. Nico Horner to 150. Green is uncommon, by the way. Nico Horner to 150 on the blue. That's a Klopp card. Paul Skeens, Team's Finest. Okay. Hello. Finest Timelines, Mr. Kirby Puckett. That was a nice run. When they do the gold for the Pirates, always throws me off. I don't think these are too rare, but that looks like a gold minted, even though I think that's base. Nico Horner is a nice color match. 104 of 150 on the blue. To Klopp. I am sorry, PCA. That is the uncommon. Uncommon. 2 bouts of color out of the mega. And now we hit the hobby where we're guaranteed 2 autos. I do like this box. Nothing hidden in there. Maybe like an encased card. All right. To the hobby we go. Ooh, I need to see what you have coming in the mail. Kyle Tucker. Gunner. Arenado. Kyle Karros. I forgot about Kyle Karros. Drake Baldwin. Zach Wheeler, green to 99. Junior Caminero tearing up the league. World's Finest for the DR. Connor Griffin, they're more Pirates gold on Team Finest. Cade Horton on the X-Fractor. Just going to go ahead and sleeve up all of these bad boys. Ozzy Albies, uncommon on the Albies. Horton X-Fractor. Wheeler green, 14 of 99. Phillies are doing pretty good in here. Just ordered a case of 55 points from Card Shells. They haven't arrived yet, so I'm using 59 points. They're a tad too large for Chrome cards. Better than the other way around. Yeah, we have not seen any Angels yet, have we? Any Angels? Surely I'm mistaken. Alcantara. Bichette. Machado. There he is. PCA. JC. There you go. There's Trout. Arrivals Mizorowski. So that is Trout base. We broke through the Angels wall. Arrivals Jacob Mizorowski. Eldridge is going to be rare. Connor Griffin X-Fractor and Junior Caminero uncommon. Mizorowski arrivals. Eldridge rare. I know. I'm going to put that one aside. Haven't even seen our autos yet. Have no fear. Seager. Weatherholt. Uncommon on the Weatherholt. All kinds of stuff coming up. Here's an auto behind Cade Horton. It is a rookie. Kyle Karros to the Rockies. Target distinct. Is going to like it. Kurt's behind him. Kyle Karros. We'll get him taken care of in a second. Kyle Karros. Let's have a real conversation. I don't want to blow it right here, but 150 is blue LE. I believe that's going to be the uncommon, and it's numbered. Rare, even better. Juan Soto, world's finest. Team finest, Garrett Crochet. Matt Olson on the X-Fractor. Caglione. Uncommon on the Caglione. Let's get Kyle Karros into a sleeve. So it's a Rocky that breaks through first. And LE to 150. We should look at if he's got a number in there. I think there's something gold, unless it's a pirate. Matt Olson. Paul Skeens. Buxton. Shohei. I think that's the common. That is the common. Shohei, Mr. 300 home runs. Bobby. That's what I'm going to call him. Bubba Chandler. J-Ram. There it is. Finest timelines. It's going to throw me off every time. Arrivals, CJ Kafis. Carson Benj on the green. That is a 1. 1 of 99 on the bench. Tarek Skubal, uncommon. I want to say that's his number, but I could be wrong. Springer, Kafis, Skeeta Street with the Guardians in this one. Two packs left. Still do another auto. I wanted to see Carol's auto. I guess as part of his, maybe that's the. That little dot at the very end looked like it was trying to be a number. Rockies are sneaky if they could just finish it out. Murakami. Our first one, I believe. That is common, but there is one of the dudes we're looking for. Chase Burns. Correa. Nolan McLean. Ronnie. Magenta to 250. Ronnie, World's Finest. Team DR. Marcelo Mayer. Paul Skeens. Marcelo Mayer is a rare. Paul Skeens, X-Fractor. Bryce Harper is an uncommon. So Mayer was rare. Ronnie to 250. I don't want to slow us down by looking it up to see if magenta is the right word. It would be purple on that numbering. I guess it'd be purple. It doesn't look purple to me. Good evening, sir. All right, this last pack better have our second auto in it. Fuchsia. I'll buy it. What's up, Dilip? Sprout. Turner. Carson Williams. Petey Halpin. I don't know your game, sir. Petey, that is. Colby Thomas. We'll come back to that. Shohei Ohtani, very nice. On the finest timelines. Today I'm the greatest. Finest. Team finest, Shohei Ohtani. Hunter Green, X-Fractor, and Luis Morales, uncommon. All right, we need our resident Guardians fan. Skeeta Street has the Guardians in this one. But I think Trisket might know more about old Petey. All right, this box was great for some color. The autos were a tad underwhelming. Marcelo Mayer, rare. These were the ones that were top loaded. Fuchsia to 250, Ronald Acuna. George Springer is a common, but it is a refractor. Connor Griffin is a uncommon. Rookie Bobby Witt Mini Diamonds, common. Finest Yamamoto. More Fuchsia, Bryce Harper to 250. To 99, 1 of 99, Carson Bench. Zach Wheeler, 14 of 99, green. Nico Horner color match to 150. Always with the Cubs, man. Bryce Eldridge, rare. Ellie, blue to 150. Kyle Teal, rare. And our autos, Kyle Karros and Petey Halpin. Well, that was finest. I wish I could say that that went a little better, but guess that's how the chips fly. The next one's got to be better. Spoiler alert. We're going to see another mega of finest in just a second. All right. It is finally time. It is white elephant time. Sorry for the delay. I had to get a replacement on one of these. I won't out anybody. All right. So, as a review, those of you who have a team, you probably already know this. If it has the number by it, that means that is your team, and you're going to probably should see a card that was submitted specifically for that team. The reason I random the others is because I have some sealed product that will open up after these ones. And that sealed product, of course, will have anyone that's out there. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to slide our stack in no particular order to the Mets. David Wright out of Tier 1, 26 of 75, 2024 Tier 1. I have not taken this out of the top loader that it was submitted in, but I believe that is a textured card. I have not opened any Tier 1 for breaks, but Elephant Stampede. David Wright to 75. These are all going to be hits, so I think this was included just as a protector, but Spencer Torkelson out of Archives. Bo Bichette out of Archives. Ryan Howard out of Stadium Club 2025. Some legit franchise beasts in this one, living up to the name. Speaking of beasts, Jose Canseco out of Flagship to the A's. It is numbered 34 of 50. I think it was the autos that were numbered, not for the color. Is that right? That is probably almost certainly the first Canseco auto I've ever held. Jace Young to the Tigers out of Platinum. This year's Platinum, right? No, yeah, this year's 2025. Jace Young. When you're pulling this many autos, this might be my favorite because I'm biased. Adrian Beltre, Don't Touch My Head. Allen and Ginter, 2024. Is that right? 2024 A&G. Adrian Beltre. First Canseco, excellent. That's a sick card, but I am biased. Dodgers, blue to 150 on the 3X MVP club. Campy and Shohei. Despite the name One Beast for this white elephant, there are multiple cards for some teams. Pirates, gold to 50 auto Levi Sterling out of Pro Debut. Framed in green. Legit prospect, if I'm not mistaken. Speaking of autos I don't think I've ever held, out of Prism, Sammy Sosa. We're going to put him by Canseco for no particular reason at all. Sammy Sosa out of Prism, 3 of 8 on the number. That is Cubbies, Sammy Sosa, to be clear. All-Star Spencer Strider, 1 of 50. Out of 2024 Flagship. I do respect and appreciate when I said something about like franchise legends or something like this. And this one's going to make a Giants fan real happy that's in the room right now, I think. Will Clark. Shining Star. Speaking of sweet signatures, that is 19 of 99 on the Clark. This is out of 21 archives. To Ginar. With an amazing autograph. I'm going to start replacing only because we're going to have just a bunch of stuff to look at. So Belter gets to stay because I'm in charge. Will Clark. Got some 90s legends in here. I hate to take these off camera. Little Tony Gwynn. That is the nickname variation, obviously. Chandler Simpson to the Rays. This year's Heritage, if I'm not mistaken. Bo Jackson out of Gypsy Queen. 2022 Gypsy Queen. The Royals aren't done yet, though. Bobby Witt. A&G Mini. And not to be outdone, Bobby Witt Acetate out of Leaf Baseball Nation. 3 of 3 to Loch Ness Monster. You can see my fingers through it because it's clear like that. Some gorgeous cards. The Royals are still not done. Royals are cleaning up. Jeez. I don't think I realized this when I was putting it all together. Bo. A&G back. Pasquatch. Purple rookie cup rookie debut. Vinny Pasquantino to 250 out of Chrome. 2023. My man. Colt Emerson. Purple to 250, 299, excuse me, out of Pro Debut. That is auto. Time for a shuffle. Embarrassment of riches over here. Oh, I took Beltry down. Mason Wynn. Rookie out of Flagship Collection. Sagisi. Ray Wave out of Chrome. Arenado. Refractor out of Flagship. More cards. Cardinals. Paul Goldschmidt to 999 Chrome out of Heritage. Gordon Graceffo. Nailed it. Black auto out of 10 to the Cardinals. That is a Jake card. We got some mags incoming. Not the card right here. The card below it, I do have a programming note. In departure from our normal way of breaking, because this is a specialty break, the player on this card is going to his current team, and he's tearing it up, I believe. Not the team he's wearing in the card. We'll get to that in a second. Logan Webb to 99, green out of Topps Chrome Black. This one's going to the Giants, to be clear. It's the next card I was referring to. That is yours, Ginar. There's a change for everything. Futurist auto to CJ Abrams. This one's going to the Nats, 57 of 60. The submitter of this card asked about this specifically. This is a Nationals card in this case. Padres have another card, a different card. And actually, I think the Padres were random too, so that helps. Abrams Futurist auto out of Archives Signature Series. And we're not actually done. To the Yankees, vintage. I'm going to have to look at the back to remind myself. But 55 Topps, Bill Skowron. That is a CGC 3. This one's going to, I want to say different. Nope, Suspicious Plan. The only vintage card in the break. It's gorgeous. Bill Skowron. I like that submission. We're not quite done yet, though. Stand by while I get a prop. All right, I don't know if Kool-Aid is with us right now, but the following packages, I believe, all apply to him. I'm not positive. And I'll give you a little spoiler. One of them has wires sticking out of it. I wasn't sure if there was a bomb in there when I first received this earlier this year. So I'm opening these in order of the submitter's number on the bubble. I know that one of them is Reds themed. I think they all are. We'll find out. So someone's going to score a, oh my goodness. Very nice. Larkin and Votto on the Reds Legends out of Museum. 2 of 99. Kool-Aid, I think you are going to have yourself a break. That's gorgeous. Man, Museum's nice. We got more, too. No cards were damaged. I just don't feel like ripping the plastic. Looks like it's also out of Museum. This one is Reese Hines to 199 auto. 19 of 199 on the Hines. Someone outdid themselves. I've got more. This is package number 3, and then the suspicious device with wire sticking out of it will close us out of this portion of the break. These ones I haven't even opened myself. I don't even recognize this packaging. I don't know if this is card specific or not. Kind of wish Kool-Aid and, spoiler, the person who submitted this is also not chatted yet, so I don't think they're on right now, which is a bit of a bummer. I made them wait a long time for this to happen. Okay, hold on. I have blue tape stuck to my hand. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Are you kidding me? I'm going to out this person, I think. I guess I need to make sure it's okay with them. Holy cow. Joey Votto, future Hall of Famer. Tier 1, 17 of 49 auto, and it looks like a custom label on the slab or one touch. That is a sick card. Is that? I don't think that's how they came. I have been exposed to very little tier 1. Okay. Kool-Aid. I'm going to give this person their due, but just in case they're trying to be sly about it, I'll wait and put it in the Discord. That is a gorgeous card. Ridiculously good. Putting the rest of us to shame. And there's one more thing, and it's not card related, and it's awesome. This is what I thought might be a bomb when it arrived in the mail. Shout out to you know who, and I'm going to give you a big old shout out in their Discord. It is not a bomb, and if it is, it's been nice knowing you. Also for Kool-Aid, Mr. Red. I call him Mr. It's a lamp. And I think it works. Let's see if I can reach my power source. We need a little visual aid. I don't think I'm quite going to be able to reach. I should have planned that better. That is awesome. And it didn't even explode. That is so cool. And I know the person who is getting this Kool-Aid will appreciate this. That is awesome. Well, hopefully it was worth the wait. I've got the sealed product left still. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that is handmade by the submitter. You know what? I don't care. Loch Ness Monster, you are the man. Loch Ness Monster is behind those Reds monsters. Monster cards. Dude, you're awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I wish he was on with us. All right, we have the sealed pack and box portion left. So, without further ado, Onyx Vintage starts us off. One pack. Should be one auto in here. We have two other things after this. Trent Harris. Jackson Brousseau. Loch Ness is here, dude. I just outed you, but for all the right reasons. Chase Harlan. I like how they actually tell us which league. Dude, you are the man. Franco Elman. Bobby Witt. That one's for you, Loch Ness. Oh, Jay Allen on the auto. To the Reds. Very nice. Absolutely killed it. I do regret a little bit that I ran this break a little bit last minute, but man, I think patience was running out. Colt Emerson, my man. Cruz Schoolcraft. Oh, prospect. We do have some undrafteds in here, don't we? Ryan Jennings, might have to random that. Bryce Reiner. That was Onyx. Next up, Fanatics Blaster of Series 2. And there is one more thing after this. So this potentially, of course, long odds, but has the redemptions for Fanatics merch and such, and experiences and all that. And I think, although I'm not sure, that every pack has a Topps foil in it. What you don't have is the summer parallels. We'll see if my theory about the Topps foil, I'm pretty sure that's the case. Munoz. Behind Denzer Guzman. Murakami on the throwback. Cutter Crawford. Reese Olson on the Topps foil. Stars, Chase DeLauder. Lockneff, I'm going to be looking you up. A couple of my Mariner PC cards would look amazing in there. Carter Jensen. Topps foil behind Cabrera is Vasquez. Randy, that is. Big Dumper. I think you posted, I want to say you posted a PC card of yours with that on it a while back, like I'd forgotten about it. Gino, but I could be wrong. Chase Delander. Bobby Witt on the leaders. Drew Summers on the Topps foil. Jackson Merrill. Speaking of Secret Santa, we are not too far off. I'm going to hit up our friend Trisket in the next month or two and get that rolling. The planning stages, but we will do a Secret Santa for those interested. Moises Ballesteros, Zach Veen, and everyone wants Lockneff to get them. Votto card is so cool. Cease, Bros, Randy, and Julio. So there is a Topps foil in here, but other than that, this has been a tad underwhelming. Kirby Puckett on the All-Stars. Marcus Semien. Keller. Oh, by the way, I do have another Mega Cam Schlittler on the Titans. Finest Mega that I'm packing out in Packs to Stacks / live packs. Some color up here. If anybody wants one before we end the stream here in a little bit. Pink. Retail pink, right? Ramon Laureano. Denzer Guzman on the Topps foil. Colson Montgomery Stars. Jake will take a pack. You got it. This blaster is a tad underwhelming, to be honest. Hopefully the next thing won't. Glove work, George Brett. Jake's in for a pack. CES on the Topps foil and Alex Freeland. Jot this down real quick so I don't forget. We got one more pack of Flagship, the Series 2 Blaster, Fanatics Blaster specifically. Then we will do the last box in this break. $11 on the Finest Mega Packs. Shohei. Chapman. Topps foil, Oswaldo Cabrera. Chase Burns on the Titans. Oh, that's amazing. You were literally looking at the card. I love that. And last but not least, this is part of the White Elephant. This is also a Finest Mega. Good luck. This will conclude the White Elephant. Lessons I learned from this White Elephant. 1, this format clearly not a huge winner. 2, I need to be more mean to all of you that were late submissions. Maybe put an actual deadline on it. Sal Stewart. I don't like to be that guy because that's not really the environment I'm going for. But the flip side is everybody else was like, what the heck, man? Willie Adames and Schwarbs on the mini diamonds. So I do appreciate your patience. Hopefully it was worth the wait. Tucker. Gunner. Savage. McGonigal. Mizorowski. Common. Arrivals. Cam Schlittler. Nolan Arenado. Kyle Karros again. Roman Anthony. Juan Soto. Blue Mini Diamonds. Ryan Ritter. 2 of 150. Rockies having a sneaky good break. I don't think I would have had to yell at you, Jake, if I remember correctly. 2 of 150 blue mini diamonds. Poor man Sapphire. In regular mini diamonds, Tatis. I would have thought, I mean, I'm not even saying this to give anyone a hard time, but I would have thought that a card break that requires sending in one card would be easier than one that Ime required sending in a whole box. But I was wrong about that. Freddie Freeman, and he's an uncommon. Juan Soto, team finest. But we will run another white elephant. The only thing I've learned about white elephants, one of the things I've learned about white elephants, Max Fried, is not to schedule them near busy times because it's hard to predict when they might go. So I'm going to avoid the holidays, for example. Christian Moore, Stephen Kwan, Finest Acuna. I do like those cards. Julio, Roki, Jackson Churio, Colson Montgomery, Geraldo Perdomo, uncommon, Adolis Garcia, mini diamonds, rare. I don't know if my brain has capacity to remember the poses for the rare, common, and uncommons. I may always have to rely on checking backs. 2 packs left. Giancarlo Stanton. Cole Young. My man, he's got the stash in that one. He doesn't currently have it unless he grew it back. Corbin Carroll. Eldridge. Dylan Beavers. Finest Jacob Mizorowski. Yeah, but if I plan it for November, it's assuredly going to be ready on December 25th. Kyle Teal. My eyes are going, or that's a blurry photo. That's kind of weird. Zach Nato. George Springer. Rafi Devers. Dylan Beavers. Refractor. And Cam Schlittler on the mini diamonds. Beavers is a refractor, and Schlittler is a mini diamond common. Beautiful. All right. I think I'm going to end it there as far as this break goes, Jay Allen, because I will post the hits in the Discord. I feel like I will literally be doing almost the same thing I just did if I showed all the hits. Adolis Garcia on the rare mini diamond. Logan Webb out of Topps Chrome Black. And one of the nicest cards I've ever seen. Joey Votto, 17 of 49 with the custom slab label. That was awesome, guys. Thank you for participating. Oh, you know who else I deserves a shout out? DeLip for sending me a card as a somewhat last-minute substitution. DeLip, I appreciate you, man. All right, I'm going to grab another mega. Oh, Nick's in for one, too. So there's our Packs to Stacks mega. And I'm going to double check because I did post this in the channel and make sure we didn't get claims and I'm not getting ahead of myself. Nope. Okay. We are good. All right. Did I miss any claims? I have Jake and Nick with mega packs. Let me know if I missed you. The chat has settled down a little bit. Yes, Jake, they were 11. And you were first to claim, Jake. We'll go like this. 1 at the top, 8 at the bottom, if you want to pick. 10th floor, you got it. Oh, Jake's going for 2. Got it. Jake is going for 2. I think you mean pack 2 as well, I think. So here's your first one. For Jake. Jordan Alvarez. Common. Good luck, by the way. Garrett Crochet. Common. Chase Burns. Common. Green mini diamonds behind Correa. Wyatt Langford. 34 of 99. And regular mini diamonds, Gunnar Henderson. Not too shabby. You want to pick your second pack, Jake? I'm going to write myself a note real quick. Four. You got it, Jake. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4. And next we'll go, I'm just going in order of claim. We'll go Nick T and then 10th floor. Bryce Harper. Jake Wilson. Roki Sasaki. Giancarlo Stanton. This is interesting. Finest timelines. I don't think I've ever seen 2 in the same pack. Kirk Gibson and Chris Bryant, Cubs and Dodgers. Refractor on the Bryant. That's interesting. I'm no finest expert, but I don't remember seeing 2 in the same pack. Nice refractor on the Bryant. Do you want me to go ahead and burn that now or later, Jake? I just realized that you probably aren't a big fan of that card. Nick T says pack number 1. Good luck, Nick. Yelich. Merrill. Okamoto. Common, that's nice. Rookie, though. Shohei Ohtani, I think that's his common. Nice run there of big dudes. Murakami, that's going to be common, sorry. Gunnar Henderson on the finest. Nice run. Base, but still nice. Shohei, I think, just quadrupled in value while we were talking. Not a pump, just a statement of how crazy this hobby is sometimes. Nick, nice run of base there. Five for 10th floor, fifth card, number 5 in the stack. Yes, I got you. That is the bottom pack at this point. Good luck, sir. No, it totally sounded like that. Not what I meant. It was already your card, so hopefully it didn't appear that way. Couple of Nats. Brady House is common. James Wood. Max Fried. Drew Gilbert. Here we go on the Altuve. Gonna be rare, I think. Pete Alonso is the mini diamonds. Rare on the Altuve. I have learned something today. And base on the Alonso, sorry, base mini diamonds, that is. The non-numbered mini diamond, that's a better way to put it. To 10th floor. No Phillies for you. Anyone else for a pack? If you guys only knew the amount of time that I've spent thinking about things I've said. I used to go back and listen to breaks to try to, like, get rid of my ums and uhs and stuff like that. And then I just started too much critiquing where I would go back, for example, and look on this and I'd be like, why did I say that? Why? I sound like a breaker, bro. It's gross. Any other, anything in the packs to stack inventory, actually, but finest is sitting there. I appreciate it. What's up, Burl? Burl likes to lurk, I've noticed. I bet he's been lurking and thinking about buying Oriental rugs since the beginning of this breaking period. If you know, you know. 10 minutes. Bummer. We had some cool stuff pop up. All right, we're going to go on last call. Jake, you got it, man. My pick. Two. Card swaps going tomorrow. I gotta be honest, I was looking at his White Sox. Trout. Good luck, Jake. Thought maybe I'd go chasing some Murakami. Nick Kurtz. Carson Williams. Dylan Cruz. Mookie. You Savage on the mini diamonds, and Mookie is uncommon. Must be mistaken. I told myself I would chase Murakami if I made a particular sale on eBay of a higher value card, and it didn't happen, so I stuck to my guns. Jake, recap of that pack was your Mookie Uncommon and your Savage Mini Diamonds. All right, 3 packs left there if anybody wants one. Otherwise, I'm going to go for the evening. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, geez. Okay. Nick T. Nick T says, I'll take pack 2. Fine. And then Jake said, okay. I did it again. Got it. Here's what we're going to do. Let's see here. Nick, I'm going to give you a choice between the cards we pulled and a fresh pack. There'll be a free pack is the bottom line here. I'm just trying to be as fair as possible. You'll take anyone but the last one? Okay, so I'm leaving those cards in your stack, Jake. That's a bonus. And Nick, there's 3 left. You take one of those. Oh, that is the pack you selected, huh? Yeah, I don't like to see shenanigans happen, so I want to make sure we get this right. And Nick, I'm going to be very careful here. You can select your card if you'd like, or your pack rather. Okay, 1 or 2. How about 1? Okay, so this is for Nick T. Drake Baldwin, Junior Caminero. Princess Dome agreed to manage the chat, but she is away at camp right now. I'll have to tell her she was missed. Trey Turner, Jefferson Cuero, and Vladdy on the finest. Uncommon on the Cuero, Vladdy on the finest. I'm not sure that pack was any better, sir. Those are Nick T's. I'm a tease, Nick T's. did get your Baldwin, though. I guess that's good, right? Ooh, Lockneff, last two. You got it. Appreciate you guys. I wish I had more finest, but that's it for now. Shout out to Shinjiro. He got me a hobby, so I will have one more hobby to break, but it arrived at his house today, so that won't be coming until next week. Chase DeLauder. This is for a Lockneff Monster. Jonatong. Cole Young. Corbin Carroll. Lindor is a refractor. Alex Bregman, thought it was Ohtani for a second, on the mini diamonds. What do you guys think about the mega format for finest? We've seen almost 3. What are we thinking? I think I'm good with it. Anything to make it a little more affordable. Because hobbies at $400 right now, at least, pretty tough. Shinjiro is the man. So, oh, shout out to Shinjiro and Callie. So Callie's out of town. Good luck on this last pack. Lockneff. Josh Naylor. I am going to be sitting in Callie's seat tomorrow for the Savage Ravine Fight Club podcast stream. Carson Benj. I'll share a link in the Discord either tonight or tomorrow morning. Kyle Teal. Me and Shinjiro are going to chop it up. Zach Nato. Bryce Turang. And Ketel Marte, uncommon on the Turang. Marte on the team finest. Lockneff, that was a little underwhelming. Well, that is that mega. I appreciate you guys. Usually after a new release, there's a nice little wave of shipping. I will get to those ASAP. A couple of good rookies in there, right? All right, y'all. Thanks for joining me for Finest. I do have one more Finest break at some point, probably posting this week, probably in the next day or two. And then I got big plans for Chrome, so that's probably next. Oh, and I have the Series 2 All-Star Megas coming too. I appreciate you guys sincerely. Have an awesome night. I'll see you on the Discord.